I visited South Korea for the first time in 2014. I was a high school student and it was a model United Nations trip to Seoul for about a week. Looking back, it was almost a dream. Staying in the fanciest district, Gangnam, as a high school student, being impressed by what the country had to offer at that time. Young, careless and clueless me made a bold move to come and pursue a degree here a year after, and I never regretted it since then. Fast forward 5.5 years later, and I'm still here, doing my internship and living in Seoul. Hi, I'm Tima, and this is a day in my life in Seoul, South Korea. My day usually starts at 6:40 AM as commuting to work takes a while. Morning routine first, then packing the essentials. But before leaving, let's make a stop by the kitchen. Traditional Korean breakfast usually looks something like this and consists of a plain rice, a small serving of soup, an egg and lots of side dishes. But many families in Korea grew to enjoy more standard Western breakfasts like cereal and sandwiches. I'm going to make something different but healthy, just for the video. Alright, I am having oats with banana, condensed milk and some sugar, as well as cheese toast for breakfast. But I made it just for this video because I don't really make it like this every day. I take public transportation to work. It's essential to have a card called T-Money, which is like a universal transportation card to use around the country. You can use your T-Money to pay for a train, bus or taxi, which is really convenient. Modern credit and debit cards here already have the T-Money card built in. Taking a train or a bus costs 1,250 won, and it allows you to make several transfers for free unless you are traveling far. As Seoul traffic is a nightmare, public transportation, especially the underground subway, is probably the fastest and the cheapest way to commute around the city. Fun fact: Seoul and its surrounding areas are home to approximately half of the population in South Korea. And all buses and trains have free Wi-Fi. Let's talk about work for a minute. I'm not gonna bore you with lots of unnecessary details, but Let's talk about work for a minute. I'm not gonna bore you with lots of unnecessary details, but what I want to say is that essentially what I do is that I create social... Essentially, I promote the Korean car culture to the rest of the world, and here's a glimpse of what I do. Alright, let me tell you a few things about the weather here. Winter is usually not that cold. I would say on average it's about 0 degrees. It snows maybe 2 to 3 times maybe in the whole year. However, this year we are experiencing the coldest weather in about 30 years and it's snowing heavily. It didn't happen like this. Check this out, I've never seen it snow in Korea like this before. Oh man. Poor guys, most of them don't have winter tires. Good luck. Alright, when it comes to summer, it's usually above 30 and it's really humid. If you go to a convenience store nearby, come back, you're gonna sweat. I consider South Korea as a very innovative and developed country when it comes to waste management, but it's a country of contrasts. On one hand, there are different places where you can separately throw recyclable and non-recyclable garbage. At the same time, there are even places where you can separately throw liquid and food waste. However, walking around your neighborhood in Seoul, be it day or nighttime, there will be places where there are lots of garbage bags filled with waste lying around in the middle of nowhere. However, there are places where people openly throw away the paper waste, cans or bottles because they know that somebody will come and pick it up, simply because, for example, for a bottle of soju you can get up to 100 won. Fun fact, Seoul is famous for not having enough garbage bins around the city, so I've heard lots of stories of people having to hold on to their garbage before finding a recycle bin to throw them into. Alright, so I'm gonna stop by one of the biggest supermarkets here in South Korea called Lotte Mart to give you a glimpse of what the prices are for the basic products here. Alright. Also, one of the things that I like the most about South Korea is its convenience stores. These are like tiny stores, most of which are open 24/7, and we don't have them in Russia, so I'm not really used to them, or at least I wasn't. These are like tiny stores that have most of the necessities and food. There are simple ones that don't have cashiers at all, and there are more advanced ones that have chefs cooking fresh food for you, but all in all, it's very convenient. Let's touch on a little bit darker side of South Korea: suicides. Suicide is the #1 cause of death among the young people in South Korea. And according to the data, the country has been one of the leading nations when it comes to the number of suicides. People work hard here. It's way more than the typical 9-to-5 work schedule, which I'm sure contributed to the problem. But hey, it's the hard work that defined South Korea as a miracle of Asia, with Korean brands being used by people from all over the world. And I wouldn't know if it would be my kind of thing if I never arrived here. And that's about it for this topic. Thank you very much guys for watching till the end, and if you have any questions about this topic or anything else regarding South Korea, please let me know in the comment section. And see you guys next time. Peace!